All right, everybody, here we are. We got a list match going on tonight. Bobby Hilton in the booth. Giving you guys a match that we weren't expecting. But we're going to stream it for you. Oh, yeah, come on in. Hey, put your jacket on, so I don't want to.
No, that's fine.
Bill Alley's going to join us after doing another great list match. He just did. Talk about that as well.
Dave the Mailman and Bill Bombard.
You know, Bill drives a long way to come play.
Really?
Yeah, like Upper Mass, like hour and a half solid. That's how dedicated he is to the list. And if it's anything like the last match, we should be in for a pretty good treat here.
Yeah, that was a big comeback from Jim, and I think he's happy with his play. He definitely was a little disappointed at how it was going earlier, but fought back, and he's a grinder. I mean, again, I've known him for 35 years, and he grinds out everything he does, and he puts his whole heart into it. So
Yeah, you got to give him his props because he easily could have folded up 7-0
yeah,
easily. You know, and I heard I didn't watch the whole match. I was out to dinner, but I heard he got a couple of unfortunate rolls early on as well.
yeah, it just we talked about that outside a little bit too. Is he felt like he was always kicking at a ball early in the match. But there was a few times he kicked and scratched on the safeties and stuff like that. We talked about, sometimes you got to make your own luck a little bit.
Right.
You can't just wait for the table to give you luck. So
We should have a good one here. I mean, Dave's a solid player. Bill's a solid player. I believe they're 21 and 22 respectively on the list. Dave is higher. Dave is 21. That's Dave right there, the mailman shooting. For those of you guys watching at home, and while you're out there, if you can share, if you guys can share the stream, I'd much appreciate it. Let's get these numbers up for a great match. And they elected to shoot on this table. They had table 8 open.
yeah, they they were afraid of those 4-inch pockets, Bob. That's
I'm getting more of that and more of that. I really am. It's really amazing.
now it's interesting because I had my table done at the same time, and mine's 4 and an 8. And I was just playing on that pocket table a few minutes before Jim and Oscar played their match. I honestly feel the guys need to understand that it's not the table, it's their mechanics. And they gotta play solid mechanics. The same for both players, and really the better player is going to win, I think, because it's not going to slop any balls in.
No, no, definitely not. And what you're saying is so true with the mechanics. Like if you have a shot where you got to draw the ball back, you may have to take a little bit off of it, or maybe give up the position to make the shot. And it's just you have to figure that out.
Right, and to your point with mechanics, if your mechanics are in line with these carbon fiber shafts, you don't need to hit the ball hard to go back 5, 7 feet. You don't need to drill it like you think you do. A good stroke and it'll come back.
Yep. Try to get the safety there. Unfortunately, again, we're doing a lot of revamping here. We got these new lights, guys. Let us know what you think about them. The Littman lights. Did you talk about them at all?
I did. I did talk about the Littman lights, and one of the biggest things I noticed when I first came into the room, if you have a TV or something like that in your man cave, that these lights won't give you glare on your TV. It
Yeah,
really shines straight down onto the table. So that was my first observation with these lights, and I mentioned it in the last stream. And
good hit right there. He's trying to get behind
That's
behind Bob.
brutal.
I think he did. And maybe not. Maybe the corner of the pocket might have got him.
Either way, leaving it in the jaws like that is tough to deal with.
But yeah, these limit lights, we got them for all 16 tables here at Yield Leaders. We just did the two TV tables for now. And I'm going to give you guys, even though nobody's playing on, I want to give you guys table 8 just to see
It's
what it looks
frozen. It's
like.
frozen on that
Yeah,
table.
well, there's table 8, and you can see how well that looks as well. There's Jason Longo hitting some balls, but man, the colors and the lighting is just beautiful. And there's no overhead in your way anymore. The lights are gone now; they're up higher.
Yep.
And like you said, there's no glare as well. And looking down the aisle, you can see the other tables. I thought our tables were light. Now they look dark. The older lights.
Yeah. So I think it's a difference between white light and yellow light
Yep.
on your tables. You have yellow light bulbs
No,
on your
I
tables.
think I have daylight. All of them had daylight. It's just the lighting system. I think is
Yeah.
made to make it brighter. And like I said, I never thought our tables really had an issue. I just wanted to get the better lights for maybe get some big pro events here or whatever. So very cool. Very excited about it. So if you guys haven't checked them out, it's called Lippman Lights. Mike Lippman is the guy who makes them, and awesome job.
How much a piece were they, Bob?
They run about $1,000 each. Um, Obviously, if you buy more, you get a little bit of a break.
Yep.
But there's different sizes, different styles. So I would definitely call him if you want to get a price. But for sure, they're well worth it. And he is a sponsor of the Shark Stream now. So he actually gave us a little discount to become a sponsor. So we're so excited. And again, look at these beautiful colors. I mean, between him and Joe Raccio, they got this stream looking magnificent.
Yeah, you got some people that really care, and they're obviously doing a good job. And I mentioned it on the last stream. This booth looks amazing. You know, when you guys donate to this stream, it's definitely going right back in the room, the pool hall, right back into the stream, and trying to deliver you guys a quality stream. Like Bobby said he's trying to get pros in here and trying to get more good action for you guys to watch. And I think he's doing a great job with that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And that was not a good job right there. He made the 7, but he left himself no shot on the 8 ball here. Maybe have to bank here.
I think he can see it to pocket it in the corner. He played a bank, and
Watch out, cue ball.
that's no bueno.
Nope. And so Dave the Mailman's going to have a good opportunity here to take the first one. And again, if you guys are out there, tell us what you think. If you like the new lighting, if you can hear us, how do we sound out there? And please continue to hit the share button. Like the way he's going here, but there's always more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah, so for you guys out there, so he's got to come right at the tangent line to come in straight on that shot. Really, what a pro will tell you is you want to go the rails and come along the line that you want to shoot at. Like where he's got his stick now, you want the cue ball to follow that line. So coming across it like he was trying to do is just always a tough gig. He drains it with no problem, but it's just it's not the easiest way with ball in hand and 2 ball out. You want to do a little bit better than that.
Takes a quick 1-0 lead, or race to 9. And again, these are number 21 and 22 on the list.
I know myself when I'm shooting a 9 ball, I want an easy shot.
Yeah, you want to be almost straight. Actually, I do. I like to be pretty close to straight, not too long, not too long. Right. And again, anybody out there, let us know what you think. How do you like the color? Can you hear us all right? Shout out to all of our people on the Shark Stream. We had a great list match today, which was very different because I mean Oscar was actually an opportunity to lose his spot. 24 spots, Will.
Yep. So as we said in the previous stream, though, there was a stipulation with that bet that Oscar, if he lost, would be able to get a rematch
Oh, okay.
for it. So, but if he lost the second time, then that would be it.
That's it, huh?
He wouldn't get it. So there was a little bit less pressure on it, but I don't think he really wanted to go to that situation.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. And speaking of experience, I actually played Shane Bonespin once, and I lost my spot. Went from number 30, from number 9 to 30, and had to come all the way back. And it was tough, but it was fun because obviously I'm here all the time, so I got to play once a week. It was good, but man, I don't think I'll ever do it again. What do you think? A little safety here?
Yeah, it's
Just
the
spin it.
best play here is No, that's not going to work.
No. See if Bill can handle the ball in hand here.
So the higher you go up on the list, I feel this is, you may think you're unlucky at this point, but usually the person's out. There's nothing holding you up here. Everything's wide open.
Yep.
Get a decent play on this one ball, get a two in the side, and you're really out of this rack. So
And I want to ask you a question, Will. So, like you're saying, a lot of people don't want to play or are afraid to play on the 4-inch pockets. So we were actually thinking about if you're 20 and under, you have to play on table 4 because, and it is tougher to play on 8. And some people it gets in their head, and the match will take actually too long.
maybe I like the thought process of where you're going with that. Maybe 20 and under is too high. Maybe you want to go 15 and under.
Okay.
But I like your thought process on it because I don't think you should be giving people the option to avoid a tough table. I mean, if to your point, if you're top 20 on this list, you're supposed to be a good player and have your mechanics in line. So,
Mm-hmm.
avoiding a table because you don't want to hang up a 9 ball and maybe give it up. That's probably not a good choice. So I like where you're going with that. Um,
I just think for a couple of reasons. One is, like I said, it does keep the list moving along, and there's usually 2 matches a night. Like tonight, there's 2 matches here. It keeps them moving along. And two, we don't want even good players to get super frustrated. We want them to play their best game, and we want the audience to watch the best game as well. Nobody wants to watch people getting frustrated. And that's a ball in hand for the mailman with a wide open rack here, Will. I don't see any trouble ball.
so you said that these guys are top 20 on the list, right?
21 and 22. So they're
21,
almost
22.
22.
So they wouldn't be forced to play on that table right
Correct.
now.
They could.
And
They're not now anyway. But a lot of people will ask for it. So we're going to basically say you really can't play on it. You have to be in top 15.
I top 15 or top 20, like
Yeah.
I would say right now, looking at their mechanics and what they're doing, you're right. The match might take too long,
Yep.
right? And be kind of a problem. So I like where you're going with it. It's just a matter of what number you decide on,
Yep.
to stop it in at.
Good shot. And again, it's for everybody. It's for the players, but it's also for the audience. We want you guys to have an enjoyable match. Like that last match was very enjoyable.
Yep.
On table 8, it might not have been.
I think knowing both players, I think Oscar would have fared better on table 8.
Yep.
I think his mechanics are a little bit more in line than Jim's.
Nice shot right there by Dave.
But I agree with you. I think it would have taken a lot
Yep.
longer.
If any of you guys got an opinion, let us know what you think. I got YouTube and Facebook up, so I can see both of them. Another nice job by Dave the Mailman there.
I had my table done at the same time, and mine's 4 1/8, not the 4 inches.
Still tough.
I played on yours tonight, and it didn't feel like that big of a leap to me. And I think that's because I've got the practice on that table myself. But not everybody has a great.
I'm Lisa Zunge, manager at Yale Billiards. Come join us on the Shark Screen.
Colby. I'm Reed, founders of Salado. Join us on the Shark Screen.
Scott Wilbur, join us on the Shark Screen.
Alex Kazakis, join us on the Sunscreen.
Hi, I'm Nick Kroll, owner of Viking Q's. We want you to join us on the Shark Screen.
Jason Shaw, join us on the Shark Screen.
Hello, my name is Christina Touch. Join us on the Shark Screen.
Hi, ako si Efren Bata Reyes. Samahan niyo ako dito sa Shark Street.
Hi, I'm Earl Strickland. Join us on the Shark Street.
I'm Bobby Hilton, the owner of Yale Billiards. Join us on the Shark Stream.
There you go. We're almost back. And of course, shout out to all of our sponsors here that make this possible. Of course, we got to add Letman lights on there as well. And again, I'm so excited to see these new lighting. I don't get too excited too much, but I'm excited to see all this pool hall well lit up, just around the table.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we got somebody from overseas typing away. I can't really understand that one. Maybe Will, you got that? That's from YouTube.
No, I don't get that one.
Okay.
That's Romanian. I might be able to help you out. like he's going to play a safety here, maybe behind the six. Let's see. It goes the other direction. He gets away with it here, but I think this is an easy kick off the rail to pocket this ball. So
I'm probably gonna be playing to make the shot here as well, not playing just to hit it, right?
yep, I definitely play it to make it. So it looks to me you want to hit a little bit above the diamond here, just a little bit above it. I think below the first diamond you're going to hit it too thick.
Looks like he's going to the bottom rail here, playing the hit instead of the shot.
He might have a clear shot at it. It's close.
Again, we're having a little issue with our. He does.
He
All right,
does.
nice shot. We're having a little issue with our mobile cam. Again, we've been working on the lights all day and doing things, so it's a little bit different.
Like a side pocket here is where he's going to go for. Maybe get a couple bumps down table, see what he ends up with. Don't like this shot myself.
Yeah, he's snookered behind that 9 ball. I bought the left-handed for $10. Looks like he I don't know what that means. Maybe he bought Bill. Is Bill the left-hander?
Well, I know Dave made a shot left-handed, and that's probably what he's talking about. They're both right-handed players, I think. Yeah, they are. No, Dave is lefty.
Yeah, Dave
is lefty.
So, I don't like this position either. He's going to draw this ball back. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't play that aside and just follow it up. Nice, easy, simple position.
I think this is what you're saying. Like if this was on the other table, that would be.
Yeah, it's just start second guess yourself. Like you can just miss, but now you start blaming the table, and it just gets, I don't want to say ridiculous, but it can get really, really frustrating for everybody.
Like this shot is not the side pocket; it's down in the corner. Corner gives you a much better position there. You play the right shot. Got to make it.
And again, this table's a little tight as well, so it's not as tight, but it is. All right, Dave has a pretty good opportunity here again with a pretty wide open rack. I think the toughest position is going to be from the 3 to the 4, or 4 to the 5, and 5 to the 6, maybe.
Yeah, and the easiest way I think is just get this couple feet off the rail and play it back up the other side of the table. But he went this way. So I would have just played it right back by the 9. A little inside English on that shot and play it right back up the other side.
You're saying leave the ball down here a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, good try right there.
Using a bank.
Well, the good thing with the bank, I mean, he's got almost natural position. The cue ball should come right up over here for the 6 ball. He's got to make the shot and hit a pocket speed. There's no reason to go any harder than that. Perfect.
Now it's academic at this point. You actually want to leave yourself a little bit of angle. Don't just draw this back 3 or 4 inches. If you do, you're going to get too straight. You can either stop it or, stopping it should be fine, but you don't want to come backwards.
You got to be careful. You don't want to be on the rail either.
No.
But I think he's going forward. Oh, there it was. That's a good shot right there.
A little straight, but I think that's actually fine because he can just draw straight back, and I think he'll be okay.
Yeah. The big thing here is he does not want to be on the rail. He needs to either hit it a little easy or really hard to get back off one rail.
How do you feel about your power draw? That's what this is.
It looks like he feels pretty good.
Yeah.
Great stroke. Put a little too much spin on him, but
He's
okay.
fine.
EB about to get a game here and make it 2-1.
You've always been able to find anything you need with a smartphone. Now you can use it to find a game of pool with the Salado app. Anywhere, anytime. You can even host a game, tournament, or lesson, and make money. See where you stack up against all the other players worldwide in the Salado ranking system. Use your ranking to qualify for invitationals, large payout tournaments, and events. The pool table is your arena, your stadium, your court. It's harder than people think, but you don't care. The only way to get to the next level is to play more. The more you play, the more you win. Salado is the world's premier pool community, uniting players everywhere. Connect with the community, find and host games, and keep your stats. Pool isn't just a game, it's a lifestyle. Join Salado today to find your game.
Hi, I'm Lisa Zange, manager at Yale Billiards. Come join us on the Shark Stream.
Colby. I'm Reed, founders of Salado. Join us on the Shark Stream.
Scott Woodward, join us on the Shark Stream.
Alex Kazakis, join us on the sunscreen.
Hi, I'm Nick Kroll, owner of Viking Q's. We want you to join us on the Shark Stream.
Jason Shaw, join us on the Shark Stream.
Hello, my name is Christina Touch. Join us on the Shark Stream.
Hi, ako si Efren Bata Reyes. Samahan niyo ako dito sa Shark Street.
Hey, I'm Earl Strickland. Join us on the Shark Stream.
I'm Bobby Hilton, the owner of Yale Billiards. Join us on the Shark Stream.
All right, guys, we're back, and it is Dave the Mailman Andreoli 2, Bill Bombard 1, and back to the action here. And I'm going to get a replay on this break. What do you think here? Wing ball
One on the side.
for the cup break, huh?
Missed it.
At the wing ball, though. He has a shot here. Let's check out that replay on the break.
Wing ball went in like a champ.
And pretty solid and a pretty good shot here on this.
Yeah, but there's no future really after it. There's a lot of tough.
And he's over the 5.
Shot.
Make this 4 if he hits the 2 into the rail first.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. A little bit of billiard shot.
Got to come this way. The good thing is the cue ball is going to come this way. You just got to be careful not to get stuck.
Yeah, I like doing it with the cue ball. I like going the cue ball into the 4.
Oh, okay.
I think it's going to lead me a better shot on the 2 ball afterwards.
And looks like he got neither, and he's going to leave Dave a pretty good clean shot on this too.
Yeah, I think he can get enough on it to get some low left and come out for the 3. And then there's no problems on this rack. So,
this is the toughest spot because again he's over a ball, but like Will's saying, he needs to get up here for this 3 ball, and he just didn't hit it hard enough there.
Yeah, they seem to be fighting each other. They're throwing their hands up in the air a little bit. So a little bit of negative energy going on.
And again, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream here. This is with our new lighting system. We now have Littman lights here at Yale Billiards, and I think it's going to make a big difference on the stream and for your regular play as well. They're going to be in every table within the next week or so.
So I'd like to see these guys get out of something like this. I mean, this is definitely at this point no reason to get out of this, not to get out of this rack.
The 4 is right in front of the pocket. 5 to the 6, you got to use a little bit of juice, and that's just taking it for granted. There, thinking about the 4 angle before he made the 3. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's going to leave a mark.
Yeah. It's that way too soft there.
Looks like he's going to tie this up, just put a little cut on that 3 ball, and it should go right in the pocket.
I don't see any danger of the cue ball scratching or anything, so just got to make the shot here.
A little bit of cut. All you need. There you go.
There it is. Will Ellie called that one 2-2. Again, this is all of our local sponsors, and if you guys are interested in joining one of the fastest growing streams in the United States, I would definitely give Bobby Hilton or Message the Shark Stream a call, and you can get in on the fun. What do you think, Will? You think we're going to get a Pepsi or Coke at some point one of these days in the pool world? I think we're getting there.
I'd love to see it.
Something big.
I'd love to see it. I think it still comes down to how much money is in it, right? And
pretty much
right now is the pool community supporting itself, but like you said, you need outside sponsorship, and I'd like to see someone, when pick up Lucas, some big sponsor pick up Lucas, or some of these big names pick up a big sponsor and stuff like that, and get more money infused into the game. I'd like to see it back on ESPN. I'd like to see it back on regular TV.
It's going to be right there, and they're going to be finding which stream to take with it, because they're going to want to take everybody's content that's already there.
Yeah.
There's already a lot of followers, and but as far as sponsors go, I mean, Jason Shaw just got sponsored by Billiard Supply Company. And the Roadrunner, she has 5 sponsors already.
She can be great for this sport. She's already got a good nickname for herself, and she looks like a great ambassador for the game. I think she's going to really do great for the women's side and for pool all over the place. So I'd love to see it.
The wing ball action, nice break. Will he have a shot? Looking pretty good. But yeah, I do see a little bit more. Do you know that every Mosconi Cup player got at least one new sponsorship for the Mosconi Cup? At least in the United States.
Wow.
Jay Flowers, I think.
Someone they went out and sponsored more on Earl Strickland. You got a sponsor?
Oh yeah, I think they got. I think Jake Flowers actually picked them up. I'm not 100%, but yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and the only reason I say it like that, it's not like he's at the beginning of his career. I mean, he's still a great player. He still plays at a very high level. But if you're being fair and honest, he's at the twilight, right? I mean, the sponsorship is going basically with the name that he currently has, and he's got positives and negatives to his reputation.
Oh, nice shot. Well, I agree 100%. And but hey, how many other 61-year-olds actually have an opportunity, to represent their country? And,
that's a good save right there.
Really good. Yes, Jerry just comes out with a thing that says Jay Flowers got Earl and Emily Duddy. Emily Duddy just got signed today. So I do see the sponsorship getting out there more.
So, it's interesting to me because that's what I am basically saying to you is if the money comes back into the sport, I think it's great for the sport. And I do think you'll see one of these streams get picked up. Now, for amateur pool, I don't know. Is it going to be just the pros, you think, or is it going to pick up some amateur pool?
I think it's going to be just the pros.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, because, what pro pool playing does is brings out the amateurs.
It does.
You see people playing your sport that you love or something that you say, hey, I could do that, and go out there and try to do it.
I think the biggest thing, and it's always been the challenge for pool, Bobby, is people watching that don't know anything about the sport. They have to know how hard this sport is, and they have to be educated during the streams by knowledgeable commentators. Because if the commentators haven't played the sport and can't teach,
that's tough. It's like me. I'm going to draw a line. He needs to play this ball just to make the cue ball come right here, and he needs an angle on a 6 to get back to the 8. He doesn't want to hit it too hard here. And he definitely doesn't want to get behind the 9 ball. He's got an angle the opposite way, but again, that was the more dangerous way to play it.
Did you ever listen to Howard Cosell commentate pool? Because he's done some pool matches.
He was a pool player, I believe.
He studied the game and he knew what he was talking about. Yep. He did a really great job actually commentating pool games. And you go on YouTube and you listen to some of the old Willie Mosconi matches. They had Howard Cosell back then commentating them, and he actually surprisingly did a very good job.
And again, guys, if you're watching, just hit the share button, guys. Get the numbers up. I know this isn't a 1-2 matchup, but these are 2 guys that are going to compete. You're going to see real good competition. You're going to see some good shots, but you're also going to see some misses. So we'll definitely get the numbers up there. Let's get some sharing going, and a lot of fun things to talk about here.
And that comment was for you, CTQ man, because you said I was no Howard Cosell, but a good commentator. But I do know about Howard Cosell.
Oh, look at that! Look at that rattle. Let's check out that replay. He just little hit the side of the pocket there, Will. And this is something that was just so close to making.
So a straight shot, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he put a bad stroke in it. Like, he didn't jump out of that shot, but he was off.
He just hit the inside of the pocket there. We went to table 8 for some reason, but good shot right there. What you gotta do is make this 9 ball. And again, this is a good stream. You got good quality cameras here. You got 2 good commentators in the booth. Let's get the numbers up. Let's hit the share button, everybody. And you know what that's worthy of, right?
Boom.
There it is. Nice shot right there.
It wiped his feet on the way in a little bit.
It did, but again, this isn't table 8. But like when Bill, when he missed that 8 ball, that's the stuff that on table 8 you have to adjust your stroke on that.
Yeah.
And maybe he should adjust it on that, and more towards center and not worry as much position. You got to make the ball in the tighter box. You know what I mean? And again, guys, when you hit the share button, share it to your page, share it to your group page, anything that you follow in the billiards category, even the YouTubers, share. Our numbers are growing in YouTube. Our numbers are vastly growing. Of course, we got Earl Strickland coming back on a pay-per-view again, guys. If you want to do his pay-per-view, you got to come down and click on the Shark Stream and check out that event. 5 hours of Earl Strickland for $9.95, and I think if you can buy it right now for $7.95, get the early bird special.
Bobby, you're talking about mechanics and position. I know myself, I struggled for a little while a few months ago, really with a mechanical stroke. I found it didn't work for me. I was trying to do almost the Beretta stroke, Jennifer Beretta stroke, where it was very thought process and very mechanical. It didn't work out for me. There were some positives to it, but it didn't work out at all. I had to feel relaxed when I shot, and that's a similar thing. If he was relaxed and didn't tense up, he might have made that ball really good. But a little bit of tension in there, and the ball rattles out.
Yeah. I play that way as well. I mean, me, I shoot pretty quick. Nice shot. But yeah, you got to feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable, and if you're thinking, especially like you said, mechanics and everything else, you definitely have an opportunity to miss because your mind's thinking about everything else but pocketing the ball. So I get that.
Nice stroke there. Not going to get rewarded.
No, it's yeah, you saw the response there.
Yeah, like, really? Mm-hmm. A little shout out to Mike DeMarco for that on his stream. Really?
Mike DeMarco, a great stream. He actually did a Shark Talk episode with us this week.
Yeah, on Wednesday, and I was up there on Wednesday night as well. So
yeah, he's like, "Hey guys, I got to go get this tournament going."
Yeah, and for anybody who hasn't been up there on Wednesday nights, he gets 50 to 64 people on a Wednesday night. Right, they're short races, but Mike does a great job keeping that tournament moving. He'll call you out if you're not at your table within 10 seconds after he calls your name, and he is working hard for that. And it's a good little event. So you ever have some time, get up there. They had like $2,000 in the break and run pots. Something that's a kind of cool thing to have going on. He had three chances at the break and run. So it did well. I think Lucas, he got the third chance on the break and run. It was $10 a ball, so I think he made his money back even. He broke and ran the last rack. So.
He didn't cash in the tournament though.
No, he got knocked out. I know Kevin Guimon beat him. I'm not sure. I think Tampa was the other guy that beat him. So he got knocked out a little bit early. He was probably a little bit disappointed with that. But these are short races, so. There's not as big a margin in this as there would be others. I think some of them are race to 3 and race to 2. So,
And you're talking Kevin Guimont. He's no slouch by anything.
And give you, in the short races like that, I had a race to 2 against a 650 Fargo. I'm a 520 Fargo. I beat him 2-1. So in those short races, the Fargos don't mean a whole lot. You can make them up pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
That's where, Bobby, some of these players that, if all they're
Nice
doing,
job, Bill.
yeah, it's coming out real good. If they're just doing just their league play and they're not really getting out of their comfort zone or out of their area, they don't see these different types of formats and stuff, and it makes a difference when you have a race to 2, race to 3. You won't have a match like Jim had earlier where he gets a chance to come back. You got to come right out of the gate swinging. It really forces you to focus on every single rack, and you can win.
It's just like those Federer events: 2 races to 4, and then a shootout.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very tough.
I like the events because for myself, I'm a lot like Jim, where I'm a grinder, and I tend to fall behind, 2, 3, 4 racks in a match, and then come back and battle back. And sometimes I win, sometimes I don't. But these short races force me to change that mentality and play right out of the gate.
He left himself long here in this 9 here, Will.
Did
Great shot.
steered it a little bit, but he went in good.
Very nice. Good shooting right there. And again, that's why you got to share the stream, guys. This is some great pool. All right, guys, we're back. Close 3-3 match, race to 9. I mean, there's some missing here, Will, but it's not a ton of missing.
No, they've settled down a little bit, playing a little bit better. He's got a nice shot on the 1. I'd like to see him run this rack. I haven't seen a lot of it tonight, but there's definitely been opportunities from some of these players, and
seems like whoever makes the big mistake, like on the 4-5, the other person wins in a rack.
And that's a lot of 9-ball at the amateur level. I mean, you're hoping to get a miss and a 4-ball run out, 5-ball run out. You get higher up on the list, and I'd say maybe top 13, maybe somewhere in there. You're looking at if you miss, the other guy's going to run out or get a break and run on you. So
you hear that, top 13 listers? Will saying you're going to run out on him. I agree with you. And there's a lot of players in the top 30 that are going to be beckoning for that top 10 spot. They're just like
Bob Dargis.
Bob Dargis,
are you kidding
the
me?
one that comes to mind.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Nice shot right there. So Bill's starting to bring it now. Yeah, Bob Dargis is one of them. There's a couple other ones. Jeremy's playing really well. Jeremy Cranes plays really well. I'm expecting to see.
I haven't looked at the list in quite a while, so I don't really know exactly where people are at. But I knew Bob was on the list, and
he's right there. He's in their 20s now, so he worked his way up.
He scared me off the list. It was Bob Dargis that made me quit. I'm just throwing that out there right now.
Nice, Bob. Thanks. Nice. All right. Well, Bill has a good opportunity for a break and run here. He just got to bring this over, one rail here and play the 7-ball on the side. I think that's the easiest way to play it. There's no reason to mess around with a lot of fancy position, and just kick it 1 rail.
think Ashley still plays on your list, and I think she's around the
21.
top 20 right
She's
now.
20 right now, I think. Yeah, 20 or 19. And she's just going pro now. She's a professional actually. And yeah, he didn't hit hard enough. He needed to get to the other side.
Well, she's learning from Jared Demalia, and he gave Lucas a battle that I have never seen before. That was one of the most amazing matches I think I've watched in a long time. That safety battle at Hill was something special.
It really was a fantastic match.
Nice try at the bank there. Just hit the nipple and
that all goes
coming-
back to the position. You know what I mean? He just didn't play the right position from the 5 to the 7.
And if you're learning out there, it's like, yeah, he missed that shot. He just barely missed it. But what Bobby's saying is he really missed it on the shot before.
Absolutely.
You know, so position play is key. And one of the things I like to do when I'm playing at home and practicing is I put a dollar bill on the table where I want the cue ball to be. And it amazes me sometimes how far off I am. My mind is telling me one thing and the cue ball ends up somewhere completely different.
Listen, and I'll give you anybody out there, well, almost anybody, I'll give you guys 10 to 1 that you don't get that cue ball on that dollar. So every time you don't get it on the dollar, you give me $1. Every time you do get it, I'm gonna give you $10.
Yeah, that's a pretty good gig. Since I know the drill, I'm not taking you up on that. I know the drill.
It's a tough. It's like this. The position, that dollar bill would not have been right there.
No, it wouldn't have been. And really, there's no reason to be on top of the 8 ball right here. There's no reason to have gotten here. But this is the importance of that drill that I'm doing. I would suggest that everybody try that. Take a full sheet of paper. And
There you go.
And I still think you're going to struggle with it.
Oh, really struggle.
But if you can get it within that sheet of paper, you're going to do wonders for your game.
Yeah, if you can get on that paper, you're going to be playing solid.
One of the biggest digs from the Europeans to the Americans is that Americans just run rack after rack after rack, and they're not willing to put the time in to do the drills and really learn the game, right? So, take that to heart because the Europeans just showing American heart in the soccer today. They were expected to wipe the Americans out. They didn't give them any credit, and I think Americans have tenacity and they do have a good work ethic.
What happened with that score? I didn't even
0-0.
0. So that's good for us, right?
That's good. They just got to beat Iran and they're in.
Wow, how about that, guy?
So it's win and you're in. So you can't really ask for a whole lot more. But our work ethic is really top notch in this country. I mean, we work harder than most other countries. If you look at the amount of vacation time and the amount of days that we go to work, there's no comparison between us and other countries. I think it just comes down to, really putting your time in on the table and learning the game. Not just running racks. Do it with a purpose.
Absolutely. He's got a nice little angle here. He wants to stun this ball and just slide it down over here. He can get to the rail if he wants. But, I mean, that's all you. Oh, he went the other way.
And he's going to get penalized for it, right? Oh,
he's okay, but
he's okay. That was dangerous. That looked like it was going to the corner pocket there.
It is, guys. And when I'm drawing you lines, I'm trying to get you from point A to point B the simplest way without making an error. And that's what happened there. So Bill's going to take this game and be up 4-3. But yeah, you want to get from point A to point B the simplest way possible.
And so he just gave him that shot. And to be honest with you, he would have had to use a bridge on that shot.
I know.
Anything can happen.
It's a tight table. I don't agree with that.
Anything can happen with a bridge. I can't tell you how many times I've miscued with a bridge. I don't see a lot of comments in the chat. How are we doing out there? Can you hear us well? What's going on out there?
Yeah, we don't have a huge crowd for this tournament for these two guys. And again, a lot of people see number 20 and 21. They really don't want to watch it. But again, you're going to get a compelling matchup with awesome commentary. You know what I mean? We have a good crowd. It is Friday night at 9 o'clock, so a lot of people are busy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, they're going to go back and watch it. We always get, thousands of views on all of our list matches, no matter who it is. We have such a great following. We're very fortunate to have the people we have that support the Sharks, and
That's another reason I had to stop. I couldn't hide from anyone anymore. Everywhere I went, no matter what state it was, I knew who I was. I was on the stream too much. Can't get action.
Yeah,
sometimes when I played bad, I got too much action.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. All right, Bill's going for the break here. And again, you guys are watching this list match here with these beautiful new Lippmann lights here at the Shark Stream and on Yale Billiards. Going for that wing ball again, or the one on the side.
I think the 2 balls again. Aiming for it.
Missed it. Hit it.
Hit it a ton.
We'll leave Dave a chance here. Pretty open rack as well.
Yeah, get a good position on the 2 ball is important here, and I think it's just natural if you just pocket speed the 1 ball here. You have a pretty good window. You got about a 3-foot window with the cue ball to land this cue ball. So see how he does.
Navigator on the 7 and the 3 ball.
And
not to mention, look at the colors on this stream, man. They're beautiful. They are absolutely beautiful. Is he going to get by the 7? Yeah, looks like he is.
Okay.
Got a nice angle, too. If he can just avoid that 4, you can definitely squeak right about up here. Get on this 3 ball here. It just doesn't want to hit that 4.
Dave needs this rack because, and see, he's making these mistakes quite often here, but he was up on Bill, 2-0, and now Bill's, taking the lead in this set. So I don't think he really wants Bill to like get a lead on him or anything like that. But
and you can see his body language a little frustrated as well. You don't want that to carry on as well.
And I know Dave's ability. He's definitely much better than what he's showing here. So whether a tough day at work or whatever, and that's what guys don't realize. It's not easy to come here after work and play. Much easier for me now that I'm 2 minutes up the road.
Oh, well, they just posted a picture here on Yale Billiards. It said it's the beginning of Christmas, and Jenna and Teal are in the holiday spirit, and they're doing a Christmas tree.
Yes, I saw them putting that Christmas tree together earlier. I actually think I saw them doing that photo. So very nice. Very nice. Good
I
workers.
see you in the background.
Ah, I saw that.
You want to see who Will is? Go to Yale Billiards and check out
I can't hide
the holiday
anybody.
pictures. You see him in the background wearing the Shark Stream shirt. Right, pretty wide open rack here. He's got to avoid the downfalls of. I don't know if he got that or not. It's gonna be close.
I think he does. It's
spin it around.
Yeah. Even if he has to go rail first, I think he's got it. Which rail first might be the way to do it anyway.
Put that right spin on it and come right back over here for the 5. That's exactly where he went. Very nice.
Good shot.
One real position here. Played a 6 in the same pocket, I believe.
Like center ball on that shot?
I do. Stunning almost. Got hit kind of hard. Just like that. I just want to roll this forward 1 reel and try to get as straight as you can on the 7. So you can just kind of stop the cue and have a nice angle on the 8 ball to get to the 9 ball. Again, you in this game of 9 ball, you try to think ahead. You're trying to think 2, 3, 4 balls ahead. And he didn't get exactly straight on it. So I think he could still slow roll this, though, Will.
So Oscar earlier.
Ball right to here, he'll be fine. So if you just nix it in, cue ball right here.
Oscar earlier was feeling confident. He went to the bottom rail and back up. Um, but he was way up in the match. I agree with you with the slow roll, but
Yeah, that's exactly right. So now he just has to make it natural position. Will come one rail, maybe two if he hits hard enough, and he's going to come right over here for the 9 ball. This is to take a 2-game lead, as Will was talking about earlier. Yeah, not bad, not bad at
drained
all.
it off the rail. He's good.
Again, this guy's driving an hour and a half away to play in our list. So, oh, I might have hit twice. Now I'll take it back off. So it is now 5-3. And while I got you guys alone, let's hit the share button, guys. Let's get a couple more people watching. This is going to be a very competitive match. It is so far. It's 5-3 in a race to 9. You got Bob Hilton here with Will Alley in the booth, giving you guys some live commentary. See all of our sponsors here going along the stream right now. I got some great news, Will. I just sold all my lights, my old lights.
That's awesome.
Very nice. I knew they're in great shape. I just wanted an upgrade, and it's good to have.
You should give a shout out to the people who bought them too, because that's a good location too.
Yeah, it's Tom Billiards is actually going to be getting our lights, and they are great lights. They're, like I said, I really didn't think we had an issue with our lights. I just wanted to get the next level lighting. That's all.
Yeah. So you had 2 lights per table, right?
I have 2 both 100-watt light bulbs, and it was very bright, and I thought it was bright. If you go out there now and see these 2 tables with the other 2 tables, it's something else. But I know they needed some lights, so it's going to work out great for them. I know they're going to really enjoy them.
Yeah, I
need the cue ball there, Dave. The cue ball. So we need the little Benny Hill music right there.
So I don't know how you feel about this, but I like the pool hall, the old pool halls where it's really, really dark and it's only light on the tables. No other outside lighting.
Yep.
Behind that, so it's just light on the tables. How do you feel about that? In pool halls?
I don't not like it, but I mean I like a little bit of light now. I think it's because the era that we came from, it kind of puts us back into that era, and I'm trying to get us out of that era a little bit, just to have a little bit. But some of the best pool halls I've ever played in were like that. That one in North Haven. I can't remember the name. Chicago Billiards.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
you don't see a lot of them anymore.
No.
Even when I travel around, it's something that's in my memory. Because like you said, we're a little bit more old school. So I was just kind of wondering your feeling on that.
I mean, you get Bobby Hunt, I'm sure he's like, yeah, we need more of those. But those are the days where there's a lot of hustling, a lot of stuff going on. Now we have so many women players, really good players, a lot of family oriented people. So I think it's a little bit brighter. But again, I don't like it really bright. We don't have it really bright. And that's why I went for these lights instead of the Predator lights.
Yep.
They put the light on the table.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you're saying. You have the atmosphere around it, but you got the light on the table. Pretty good shot right there. Throws the 5 to the 9. So you might care and play the bank on the 9. What do you think?
It's not there. It's going to go straight back and forth across the table unless you get some sort of weird kick. So yeah, I wouldn't have liked that shot, but he's making it hard here because none of these are really easy. So I think he can see this ball here. I like playing these banks. These banks to me are fun.
You hit them hard and you cut the angle.
Yeah. I like playing these banks into the side pocket. So like he hit that full, so it kind of came straight back across. But you can make that shot. It's very, very makeable.
Definitely can. And Amazing Billiards got a big tournament this week, right?
They do. I'm disappointed because I got to drive my family down to New York tomorrow. And I qualified for that event down at Amazing Billiards. It's $5,000 added. There have 103 players for that event. So again, Bo is another experienced tournament director. He's confident that he can get this done in a reasonable time, and and make it happen. But it's a lot of work, and
A lot of work. He does a great job. He does. I agree with you 100%.
uh, I wish I could have gotten into that. That's a Fargo rated event, so they're going to have races that are handicapped in it. And again, $5,000 added. I qualified for it, and I can't make it happen. I got to take care of my family first. So, good luck to all the players that are doing that this weekend. Bo,
Nice shot, Dave.
I know you're really stoked about this event, and you should be. Did a great job putting it together, and it should be a great time up there.
Yeah, and he's selling his table. If anybody out there looking for a Rason table, he's looking to get rid of it.
Yeah, so that's a Florian table. And he's selling that table. I like that table. Again, it's not as tight as yours, Bobby. It's not 4 inch pocket. That's a great bank on that.
Pretty close, though.
You should replay that.
All right, guys, watch this.
Boom.
Well executed. Nice call there, Will. Great shot right there. Very nice.
But the Rasan, I think it has 4 and an 8th on it, and it plays well. It's a little fast, and again, it just penalizes you if you don't have good position play. The side pockets on that are harder than anything else because it's got like a straight cut on the side pockets. So if you don't hit that well, you miss it. Like you got to see the angle on your side pockets. On the Rasan, it comes straight out. So it's a little bit different on that shot.
All right, guys. For those of you at home, he needs to put this with some bottom right, and the right spin will make it bounce off the rail to the left.
Perfect.
That's a good shot right there. And I thought he was going to draw it straight back to the side rail, but he went forward. And he's pretty good angle here for this 9-ball bill.
I like it. He's left-handed. He might have to stretch a little bit, but I think he'll be fine because he is a lefty. So, yeah, he doesn't even have to stretch. Right-handed, this would be a little bit harder.
And again, anybody out there, let us know how we sound, how we look. Make sure there's no issues with the stream, lagging, or sound. Great shot right there by Dave.
He needed that rack. This could have gotten away from him if he didn't get that rack. And Dave's another one of those type of players. He'll grind it out.
And that's the thing about this list. There's a lot of grinders, and as you move your way up, you take a little bit of lesson from every single match that you play, and that makes a big, big difference in your game long term. We're like over 100 now on the list between both lists.
That's a lot of players.
100, yeah.
A lot of players.
Yeah, Lisa does a great job with it. And again, there's a couple people that haven't played in a month or two, but of course, there's always issues. Sometimes people get really sick, or a family emergency, and those things we just can't really, do anything about. And you don't want to penalize the guy for, family emergency.
I had it. You remember I had it myself. I had a big lead weight on my right foot for 3 months. Big cast on my right foot for 3 months. There's nothing I could do.
It's tough, and you get the players behind them that want to go ahead, and then there's other people that say, well, it's all right, I'll wait. So we do the best we can, and that's all we can do. We're not going to make everybody happy, that's for sure.
And I can talk only about my own situation. I was one of those players when I was on the list, and you know that, Bobby. I accommodated people real quick. I got matches in real quick.
You did. You played a lot of matches.
So,
that's what it's all about. It really is.
I needed some help from you and Lisa at that time, and you guys were willing to put me on hold. And I think I lost one position during 3 months. And that's fine. I mean, it's going to happen, but it's as long as people are making a good effort and playing their matches in a reasonable time. I think where people get frustrated is when it's the same person over and over and over, and it's the drama 2-3 weeks into it. It's like,
yep.
What do you want to focus on this or not?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, if you enjoy the list and you want to play matches, play. If you don't want to play, as much as you can, then don't play on the list. It's all about, and that's why people are playing the list. They want to play.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yep.
Nobody wants to be number one, but more importantly, they want to play. They want competition.
I couldn't dedicate the time to it anymore. I was on it for almost 3 years, and
yep.
I had to drop off the list. It was just easier, and it was the time to do so.
Yep.
Will I want to get back on someday? Maybe. I don't know. It depends on the situation. Not there today.
It's going to be a tough kick here. He's got to watch the cue ball. Cue ball's going to want to go in the hole because he's going to hit the inside part of that one. The cue ball's going to want to go right in the hole.
Yep. Called it.
That's what Bobby called.
But I will say, from this point, this is again what I haven't been seeing a whole lot tonight. You should be out from here.
Yeah.
There's no problem balls going through here. So, if you're not getting out at this point, then really go back and look at the tape and see, what decisions are you making? I think it's going to go back, Bobby, to what I was saying before is cue ball position. You're not putting the cue ball where you think you are going to do.
Right. Like here, when if you're thinking ahead, guys, the biggest part right here is you got to get positioned for that 3 ball to get to the 4 ball. Everything else is simple, but the 3 to the 4 is the difficult part. So he's got to be thinking that where am I going to get a shot on this 3 ball to get positioned to get back on that 4 ball? Because again, the 9 ball might be blocking it. He needs to look around, see where he can be. If he draws this back a little bit, I think he'll be okay. He'll have a nice angle.
I think he has a wooden shaft. Do you know if it's a composite or not? Shaft, or is it?
Sure what he's playing with. I would think it is, but
So with the carbon fiber shafts, really you're seeing a lot more from your better players using follow more than draw. It's just it's a better shot with the carbon fiber shafts use follow. I don't know how you feel about that, Bobby. You can get the draw, but
I
drawing for
like
position
to
is
follow
tough.
anyway, even with the wood shaft. I always liked it because I think drawing the ball is it's harder to control. And also it spins the ball out.
I
And the
saw it
natural
with.
spin of the ball spins the ball out of the pocket.
This is going to be trouble. Okay,
That's pretty good. That's actually a really nice shot. Again, he's got to avoid the side here. If he can make it, if he can't make it, then it's really not that good. And again, that goes back to what I was talking about earlier. The key was getting on the 3 ball to get on the 4 ball to get the run
Yep.
out.
Oscar drew with 2 balls in hand and missed the 9 because he tried to draw back to the 9
Yep.
with ball in hand on the 8.
Yep.
And he didn't get good position. So position play, it's really important.
Yeah. And why would you not just go forward? It's natural. You just hit it. Because drawing is harder to control. Wow. Oh, what a great try right there by the mailman. Great effort.
Yeah, but now he made this a 2 ball out. He pockets these 2 balls, and you got an easy combo 7-9. So
Yeah. I don't like this 4 ball. This is not an easy shot.
I like it in the side because if you get in the side, you're going to be natural on the 6. So I like pocket this ball on the side. You don't have to worry about scratching. So we'll see where he goes here.
Rob Speck says, looks and sounds great. Thank you very much, Rob. We appreciate that. He's going for the corner.
He makes it.
Shot. Not where he need to be. Now he's going to have to work to get on the 7.
Yeah, the combo is tough now. Yeah, we had people from Florida and where else did we have someone from Texas earlier listening to us. So I don't know where you guys are from now. Anybody way out there, let us know.
Nice shot.
Center of the pocket. See, that wouldn't matter what table you were playing on. That was drained in the center of the pocket.
Tough shot on the combo, though. He's got to really cut this ball.
What about the carom, Bobby? What do you think about the carom?
I don't like the carom. I mean, just such a harder to control that cue ball because it's so far distance, Now he pretty much almost has to make the 7 to the outside of the pocket, and he makes a 9. But
I want to control the 7 ball here, though, and make sure that it's not an easy shot if I miss.
yeah, he might just hang it if he does miss.
I think he's going carom. Nope.
And they might get a little roll here. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's at least off the rail. I think he sees most of it. I don't like that. So he's looking at going off the rail, but this 7 ball is in the jaws, so he's got to be really close to it in order to get what he wants. Putting low right on it, get some spinach, come straight up the table. He's gonna. Oh, that's not at all what he wants.
No, this is going to be real tough.
Again, guys, I'm telling you, if you put a piece of paper on the table, that's not where we wanted to be.
No, definitely not.
You know. So I hear it just hit the 8 ball to the bottom rail. Keep it in the center of the bottom rail. Just basically punt.
Nah, he's going for the car. And, he's going to natural position as long as he doesn't draw it. And the cue ball's going to come right over here for this time ball. Again, you got to make the shot, though.
I think it's low percentage.
Out cue ball. Not terrible.
No, the other guy should be out. Me, you just hit this with a nice stroke, and you're going to get natural position. It's going to come 2 rails, natural position. And if I hit this right, boom. Oh, my drawing skills suck. But that's
I hear you. It took me a lot of practice to get to where I am, and mine aren't perfect either.
how you get move it. Clear.
And he boxed it.
He boxed it.
Now I just want to play this center English, maybe a little bit of a right if you want. Just come down one rail, right over there.
Yeah, so I struggled with these, and I asked Rodney Morris, like, how do I, how do I, how do I get off the rail with this? And he told me bottom English. Use low English, and it will fly off the rail for you.
Good shot.
The center ball is the same thing. Just don't put top on there. That's the mistake.
It can kill it. Yeah, it can definitely kill it. And one of the things that what you're just talking about, like Rodney Morris and the lessons, that's what I'm most excited about with the Earl Clinic. Everybody's going to learn one or two things, at least minimum. For $9.95 to get your pay-per-view, I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, so when I took that with Rodney, I really didn't use a jump cue correctly. I came over the top of it, and I know you guys can't see it. I came over the top like this, and he showed me how to put my hand like this on the cue and jump that way. And I made the first one he showed me, and he was
Made a
amazed.
difference, huh?
Yeah, he actually went to Johnny Archer and said, "Look at this kid. He made the first one. I showed him once. He makes it." But it's like you said, it's little things like that. Look, if you can add a weapon to your arsenal at this stage of the game, that's it's worth the money.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking. And, this pay-per-view that Sharkstream is doing, I've never been done before.
Not that I don't think so. Which is it's good for you because it obviously helps your business, but it also helps everybody that's trying to get in on it.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely. And I think it helps the pros. It helps Earl getting his name out there as well. And more people will see him and learn, what a great player and what a great teacher he actually is.
He is not the same when you talk to him in person, or I get him
when you talk to him competitor. Yeah, you're right. When he's in a competitive mode, he's not the same.
Yeah, and I get it because obviously you know that I struggle with that as well. I've definitely improved over the years, but it's just not easy to be in that killer mode when you're playing and competing. He's a different player.
Okay.
He's definitely a different person when you talk to him off the table.
And like I said, the knowledge that we're getting for $9.95 is just, I hate to say the word stupid, but it's just not as stupid. It's it's a no-brainer. If you have 5 hours to do, I would definitely get the lesson because you're going to learn something. And it's a pretty good break for his opponent. He made nothing, but he has a pretty good shot here to run out again. Will, you need to see that run out. Who's going to take this set? Who's going to take control? It is 5-5.
And the thing is that I've seen Dave do it, so I know Dave has it. I don't know Bill as well. I do know him, but I've seen Dave run racks before. I know he's capable of doing so. But we just don't know, Bobby. What's going on in people's life, how busy their day was. Sometimes just not always seeing their best pool. But these guys both definitely have heart, and they're battling out here right now. It's 5-5. I mean,
they're not giving up, that's for sure. It's so easy to give up, especially when Dave's down 5-3. You know, it's very easy to miss and say, you know what, I'm not going to come back on 3 games. But here he is, battling away.
You know, and there's a good shot right there. There's really nothing holding him up from this rack. I mean, he can. The smart play for me on this one is to put this ball down in the corner. Just come, Bobby. I'm not sure which one to shoot here. Is it this one or this one?
The 4 balls.
So yeah, he's gonna have a hard time getting position here.
Yeah,
I'd rather
on this ball next. It's going to be tough.
I would have played in the side if that was the
Combo.
ball. Yeah, now he's playing combo, but I would have played the last ball on the side if that was the case. Then I would have come around the table.
And I want to give a shout out to Lipman Lights. They are now a sponsor of the Shark Stream. And if you notice our table being a little nicer, and you watched the match earlier with Oscar versus Jim, and you notice the color's a little better, that's because of the new lighting. And man, what a difference it's making. Not easy here. No, it's not easy.
No, but you know what? He's tied things up. There's nothing easy at all now. And he's got a
Six is gonna
billiard.
go in. Six is going to carry him in, but the what's the 4 going to do though?
Yeah,
It's going to hit the 5.
if he hits it hard, he's going to lose control of the cue ball. So I mean, it's got a lot of problems here.
Hot luck here. And he shot that opposite handed too, right?
He is left-handed.
Oh, okay. So he was able to reach that. And again, this is the pot luck, and it worked out pretty good here for him. Not great, but makeable.
He's going to struggle because he's left-handed on this one. He's going to have a hard time bridging and shooting over the ball.
Looks like he got a comfortable spot.
He's extended his bridge. It's a longer bridge. That always adds a variable.
Oh,
Good shot.
well struck. And if you guys are just navigating the Shark Stream, you know, check us out on YouTube page or on Facebook. There's so many great matches, from pros to challenge matches to list matches. You can check out so many good things. Check us out, and make sure you subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Got to draw this ball back here, Will.
I think he leaves a shot. Yeah, so the bridging was something I had to work on a little bit. I used to put my left hand a little bit too far away from the object ball and open up the bridge too much. I tightened that up a little bit, and it definitely helped the accuracy a little bit. So, you know, when you find yourself off a little bit, those are things that can help you out. The little tricks, and that I believe that was taught to me by one of the pros as well. I think that was Rodney Morris again.
Yep.
You know, kind of messing with my bridge hand a little bit. And,
Yep. All that stuff's going to be great for sure.
You guys that don't know Rodney Morris, I mean, he's a character. I mean, I've seen him in
Oh,
tournaments.
nice hit.
Nice hit. He was going into the finals of the tournament, felt like he was struggling, went and ordered up 2 or 3 shots of tequila, did the tequila, and went and rocked the finals. Just destroyed the other player. that was classic. Just missed the bank. Almost double cornered it in.
Left him ducked up.
Yep. So I'd say Bill is gonna probably get this rack here. I don't see really any problems. Again, it's getting off the rail here, right? We talked about this earlier with Bobby. It looks like he's putting right hand English, and it looks like center ball.
A lot of right. Yeah.
Right center, yeah. Came off fine. He should be okay here. Gonna hit this one soft and just cinch the 7 ball into the pocket. You should have decent position on the 8. I like to go to the bottom rail here and come off a little bit, enough so I have an angle. I'd be happy even if the cue ball is where the 7 ball is now, maybe a little less than that, but I'd still be fine with that, just so I have angle. Just like that. He's off the rail. Perfect. Should have no problems here. Now, here, I like the draw on this one with low right English and come out.
Yeah, see, I don't like that. I want to go forward because I don't want to be. I'm afraid I'm going to hit that 9 ball. And, you know, if he goes forward, I don't think he can hit it. Just put left spin on it. But again, there's always more than one way it's going to catch. Definitely whatever you feel comfortable with.
It looks like he's going with straight draws, so that's where I don't. I usually like putting a range. But that's the angle that I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking to do, and he's got the nice shot into the pocket.
Good word, guys.
You've always been able to find anything you need with a smartphone. Now you can use it to find a game of pool with the Salado app. Anywhere, anytime. You can even host a game, tournament, or lesson, and make money. See where you stack up against all the other players worldwide in the Salado ranking system. Use your ranking to qualify for invitationals, large payout tournaments, and events. The pool table is your arena, your stadium, your court. It's harder than people think, but you don't care. The only way to get to the next level is to play more. The more you play, the more you win. Salado is the world's premier pool community, uniting players everywhere. Connect with the community, find and host games, and keep your stats. Pool isn't just a game, it's a lifestyle. Join Salado today to find your game.
I hope you guys enjoyed that from Solano. Again, one of the sponsors here on the Shark Stream. And if you guys don't know, the Shark Stream is blowing up. We got a lot of cool things happening here on the Shark Stream. Always something new. All right, no wing ball. One ball goes flying around and goes in, and you might have a 2-9 possibility here. No, I don't think so. I thought the 2 was going to roll a little farther up. All right, again, we got a roll call here, guys. Anybody on the stream that wants me to give a shout out to, let me know who you are, where you're from, and I will give you a shout out. It's Bobby Hilton, Will Alley in the booth, giving you guys live commentary on this fantastic list match. That shot. Wow. We're definitely going to replay that one. Like, look at the touch and look where that 9 ball is. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. Bill Bombard bringing it. How about that?
And the only thing that's a problem for him is he wish that 2 ball stayed, away from the 4 and had the 2-9 combo. He's probably going to get ball in hand here. So,
and it's definitely a possibility for a 3 safety rule, or he can push that 2 towards the 9 and play the safety, set it up for the next shot. And if he's on 2, then he can decide if he wants to play safe or play the run out.
So it looks like Mike DeMarco finally posted this, Bobby, 4 hours ago. So, but maybe you guys don't know about this. He's doing a December 4th tournament that anybody can go in. It's kind of a fun thing. It's a Christmas tournament.
Nice.
So just giving him a little bit of a shout out, and entry fees are based on your Fargo. So a 721 will have to pay 130, and a 550 to 500 to 550 will have to pay $40.
Nice.
So definitely, how can you beat that? $40 to enter an event.
Can't beat that.
And definitely if I know the higher rated players are going to say, nope, I'm not showing up because I got to play 130. There should be a lot of decent competition in there for you.
Yep. Mike DeMarco always does a lot of good things for the sport. He's a true ambassador. And again, we were talking to him on Shark Stream, Shark Talk Live, but I didn't even know what to categorize him as. As a tournament director, as a ambassador, as he's just.
So what do you think about this? Because we were talking about pool getting on big time TV and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
Mike's got one of those voices that just works well on the mic. I think we all know that. We see that he's got the Howard Cosell voice of pool.
Absolutely.
Do you think someone would pick him up as a full-time job for that.
I would hope so. I mean, his stream is probably for me, but obviously, I'm a local guy. You know what I mean? And I really like his stream. He does so many different things. I think he definitely has the ability to do something like that, and hopefully somebody does pick him up. But there's so many other streams out there that I don't know if they're going to combine at some point or.
I don't know, but I just listened to his voice. It's separated from
Look at that shot right
the
there.
very nice shot.
Oh, but he hit the ball. That's a foul.
Yeah.
That's a foul. I don't know if they know that, but anytime you hit the ball when the cue ball is moving, that's a foul. I'm not going to go out there and tell them they should ask the rules.
Yeah,
just
so
going to leave it there.
I didn't even mention it to Jim and Oscar when I was out there talking to him. Oscar 3-fouled Jim and didn't call it.
Wow.
He didn't. I didn't realize it or whatever, and we didn't go out and say anything to him. I'll talk to him about it.
You got to know the rules. And here's the rule for list: it's not all ball fouls. So if you hit the ball when you're setting up your shot, and then you have your opponent, you can put it back. But if you hit a ball after the cue ball is in motion, it is a foul.
And this is huge with just a 3-ball out like that. That's a 2-game swing.
Absolutely.
This goes from 6-6 to 7-5. This isn't really a gimme here because he didn't leave himself really in great position, but
he has a hard enough he can get right over there. Not bad.
Yep.
A little harder would have been better, but not terrible.
I feel like I wish karma would help him out here a little bit, Dave, because I'd kind of like to see see the right player win the rack.
Nice shot.
Locks it well.
And he's now up 7-5.
That's the point, as Mike DeMarco would say. There is no commentator's curse because I was definitely throwing that out there.
I agree with that. There's definitely no commentator curse. I agree with that, 100%. There's a lot of excuses you can use to miss, but don't use me. You know what I mean?
Fair point.
There's a lot of excuses you don't need to.
So I noticed the wing balls, they're putting the 2-ball as a wing ball here a number of times. That's, maybe a rule change you can consider on the list too, is making sure the 2-ball's in the back. It's pretty standard, to have the 2-ball in the back.
Yep. I mean, I would see that for top 5, maybe, but again, we're in rack number 13 here. We still haven't seen one good solid 9-ball run yet.
No.
So, the reason why you put the ball in the back is to make it harder to run the rack. So I don't think it's going to affect, most of the players on the list yet. And in the pro events and in the higher rankings, I agree with you 100%. Anything to make it a little difficult, But again, we all like to see, people run balls in racks. That's what we want. We want people to run. So I see good pull.
Like you were just saying, there is absolutely no reason for this rack not to be a run-up rack.
No, it's actually stop. Stop.
That's why I said it.
Literally.
This is almost a Cosmo. And if you guys don't know what a Cosmo is, it's like back in the 1920s or 30s, there was a guy that would basically set everything up in front of the pockets and make it seem like he was a hero going around the racks.
Yep.
So he got the name of Cosmo for that. But this is it. So he just stopped, but he moved it back about 2 inches, and you got a little off angle on this too. But
Now it's going to be a lot tougher now, though, because he runs into the 8-ball here.
Yeah.
And then after that, all bets are off.
That was the way to play it. Slow played it.
Absolutely.
Now he's back in line here. So again, which one's that?
Yeah, he wants to play the 4 to the side. So he wants to roll this up to about here. So he has a nice angle on the 5. Then he can take the cue ball to come around for the 5-ball. 4 to the 5.
My God, this was a beautiful break. You couldn't ask for anything more this break.
It's funny, when I played my last list match, I was starting to get into a groove here. And, I had a break like that. It was just perfect. And it feels so good. You feel so confident, and as long as you hit the ball with good position. Now he's got 2 ways to play this. He can just slow roll this to here, which I think is the way to go now.
So the way I do this, Bobby, is I put inside English on it to kill it when it hits the rail. So play it and kill it right there. He didn't have to. He didn't
have to. I think he's fine. And again, now he just doesn't want to be too far over here. whether he's going to draw it or follow it forward.
Where do you want the 8 ball to go? Side pocket, or where
I
do
think
where
they
you put the 8?
I think he wants to be somewhere over here, and he can play the 8 in the same pocket as the 6. That's the way
Yeah, I
I
think
go.
you're right. He has options if he goes to where you're
Yes.
saying.
We want to keep it natural, but you don't want to do that. You do
No.
not want to do that.
No.
You
Didn't
got
want
a
to
little fortunate, but you want to stay away from balls and avoid rails unless you have to.
Yeah, that rack was so perfect. You don't want to bump anything.
Nope.
You know, now he's got to put a little low left on this.
And now he's got to really pop it to make it come all the way back up here, which is makeable, and I think he does make it. And this could be a break and run to get him on the hill. And he didn't
Came
get
off
enough
the rail.
spin, but he's okay. Now he's got to come forward with some left spin here, Will.
Yeah, so he's out. This is again what we were talking about by being a little bit out of line here. This becomes a much harder shot.
Yeah, if he just stayed natural, he was playing everything so good, and then all of a sudden he got a little.
If you're confident with your stroke here, Bobby, what do you think about low right-hand English and coming around the table?
I mean, I don't like it. I think it's too straight. It's a little straight, and you also have to avoid this one. And then if you come down here, you have to avoid this one. There's so many bombs that you got to avoid, but he might get a boom if he goes around and makes it perfect. He might get a boom here.
In tournament play, honestly, what I've considered a lot of times in this type of shot is safety behind the 9.
Yeah. And that's what he tried to go around. It was just really, really difficult.
We tried it with different English, though. It was not the right English.
No. So, Bill, if you go back and watch that, you can set that ball up again. And if you just slow roll that 5 and you leave yourself a nice natural angle on a 6, so what? You're 9 feet away. It's a nice little tap shot.
Yeah.
You don't need to get 5 inches away from the ball. Hope that helps him out there.
Yeah, me too. I mean, because he definitely lets Dave back into the match here. This is just all you got to do is pocket this ball and you're good. You don't have to do anything.
Perfect. You know, we already got a bunch of people signed up for the Earl Strickland Clinic. So if you guys are interested,
you're folded into clinic, right? You're signing up for just online.
Yeah, it's just pay-per-view is what's left. You know, I need your support, guys. I need you guys to really, really help us out and get good numbers on that, because my goal is to learn how to do pay-per-view so I can actually get bigger events here. Like a Shaw-Shane match. You know what I mean? A Filler Gorse match, something like that.
Yeah, that would be simply amazing for this area. That'd be an amazing thing to get. And you're right, it's a game changer for pool.
Yeah. Yep. So, you know, guys, it's only $10, and I promise you, you will not regret it. You're going to learn something. You know, support the stream.
I don't know if you heard about it, but Darren Appleton was up in New Hampshire.
Yeah, heard all about it. And Lucas was supposed to play him, but something happened.
You know,
I don't remember exactly what happened.
I think, you know, getting those kind of players some alternative to what they're doing, because that's what you need. It's ridiculous to me that these top pool players, the best pool player in the world, is only making $100K. There has to be another money stream for them. They've got to do better than that.
Well, I got to say a little different. I think there's 5 or 6 players in the top 5 that are making over 100. I think Gorse is at 200 now.
But maybe we're not talking about even like a sport where
no, not even close to those numbers. But with the sponsorship, I mean, you're talking making, you know, 300, 400,000 for the top 2 or 3. It's not terrible. We're getting there. We need to get the top 3 into the million mark. I agree.
That's kind of what I'm saying is
I agree.
It is ridiculous. This sport is so hard to not pay the top 3 players in the world. You're talking 1% of the population here.
Yep.
This is not an easy sport to play.
No.
Anybody that spent time on it, those guys are spending hundreds of thousands of hours to get to that point.
Absolutely.
You know, so
sure.
Definitely want to see a little bit better.
Nice shot.
Again, this is another rack, Bobby. We didn't get the run out last rack, and
this is a lot tougher though.
He's out of position already.
The 5 ball's really tough there. Get on the rail, but yeah, you got to get a little better on that too. I agree. He hit that a little.
So you have one ball that you have to get good position on,
Yep.
but if you were in position on these other 5 balls, that shouldn't be hard.
Correct. And again, when you're thinking about the rack, you think about this being the tough ball, but technically this is the tough ball. you get positioned for this 4, you get the cue ball over here, you can pop it one rail and come right over here for a position. So that's the difficulty of it is you got to make sure you got the position that you need.
That was just to slam it and hope something good happens.
That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like.
So, I've talked about this shot a few times tonight. This shot's very bankable into the side pocket, come across the 2 ball. Probably not the right shot to play. I just like the shot because I see this shot very well. Safety is probably the better play here. Put the cue ball on the top rail and just knock the 2 ball out a little bit.
This could be that bank shot that you were talking about. If you hit it really hard,
Yeah,
playing safety.
That's what I was.
Oh, okay, yeah. But I thought you were saying a safety leave on the long rail. That's a good shot.
Yeah, I said, more than likely this is the smarter shot.
Yeah.
But I see that other shot so well that.
And when somebody's playing like yourself, you know what you like, and you got to shoot those shots. Everybody plays different. That's why the push out is so unique. You're pushing out to a shot that you feel kind of comfortable with that you think your opponent doesn't.
A lot of players don't know how to execute the push out correctly. It's a good point from you want to make it hard for the other person. I like the bank, so I push to a bank almost every time.
Absolutely.
And players that watch me, they say, "Oh crap, he does not a bank," right?
Yeah.
but other players, they struggle with the bank, so you want to give them that shot as an opening shot.
And again, you guys are watching the list match here on a Friday evening. You got Will Alley, Bobby Hilton in the booth. And you got 21-22 on the list. Bill Bombard versus Dave The Mailman Andreoli. And I hope you guys are enjoying the stream here tonight. And again, shout out to Lipman Lights. They are doing our lights here, and they look fantastic.
So here you go, Bobby. He's straight on this ball. How does he get back to the other end of the table? He's going to basically have to accept his position, and then come up with some sort of safety on the other ball.
I don't know. I think you mentioned something earlier. I think it was called punt.
Yeah.
I really don't see much else really happening here.
And the punt, if I was going to punt on this one, I'd hit this ball behind the 7 ball and leave it in the center of the rail, and try to not leave him a good shot here. Do the same thing, get down table, make the other player make the mistake here.
Yeah, this combo is really difficult. And again, you're going to leave the cue ball at the other end of the table. And, that was fortunate. Oh, no. How about that?
So I don't know about you. I like spinning this ball in, Bobby. So this is a fun shot for me. This is another one of those shots I like. Hard inside English and spinning.
You want to spin it this way. It goes inside.
But you can get in trouble on the sleeve if you do that shot.
Oh, it needs to come. Oh, I just hit the stream deck. But you want to be up there for sure.
Yeah, and it's hard if you execute this shot correctly, it comes straight down the table, so it's hard.
How cute. Oh, good. Nice little double kiss on the 8 there. And if any of you guys in the Wallingford area, come on down to Yale Billiards tonight. Check out all our new Christmas decorations up. Check out our new Lippman lights. And I'll play a game of pool, have a cocktail, say hello to Will and myself. We're on North Plains Industrial Road in Wallingford, Connecticut. And you are welcome. So I see Savannah here. I'm watching on the live stream real quick, taking a quick break in between this shot. And I see Savannah's playing at Riffs, and they have Lippman lights there as well.
Nice.
See that?
Yep. Now those are square though. Those are a little bit different.
Those are the same. They're because they're playing on the bar tables, I think. A little smaller. Maybe not. I don't know. It's a good observation. Those might be the wider ones. They do have wider ones. But if you guys are interested, you go check out Savannah on the stream right after this match.
Wow, that was
good try.
Nice poke at that. So all these angles are natural. So At this one, I mean, it's just make the ball. I think he's got a better stab at this one because it's a little bit off the rail. He can miss a little bit and still make it.
Definitely got to be careful of that cue ball and find that hole here. Either corner if you put spin on it.
I don't like the long bridge there, Bobby. I mean, again, it's another. He's using a really long bridge. He gets away with it, but it's very long on the bridge.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. But I do see now a lot more pros using the long bridge. It's kind of surprising, but I think maybe it's because the equipment now is getting so much bigger and longer that people are getting more acclimated to it. But I think you got to play the combo here and hit it a little hard so the cue ball the 5 ball actually bumps a little forward after hitting the 8 ball.
I'm probably playing the billiard on this one. Again, just because I like them, but I think he's too steep for the combo.
Play the carom.
It looks like he came out good.
Definitely makeable, right? And just followed up a little bit for the 9 ball, tap it in the corner.
Such a hard shot, though. I mean, it seems like it's easy, but this is not. You gotta just make sure you make this ball.
We're talking to Bobby's side pocket here. Well,
I know.
like you in the bank shots, I would love that shot, and he likes it as well. That was a pretty smooth shot right there. In fact, I'm going to give him a little boom for that shot.
Oh, puts him to the hill.
See, I was trying to jinx him there just to prove everybody out there is no commentator's curse, but I gave him the wrong game there. All right, and Bill is on the hill, 8-6. And thank you guys for joining us. Please continue to share the last couple games. We told you it was going to be competitive. We didn't know who was going to come out on top, but looks like Bill is on the verge of bouncing on Dave and taking his number 21 spot. See what's going on table 8 here, just to see if anybody's practicing. Like, somebody's cue is on there.
Jay Longo's.
Jay Longo, maybe I got some pocket action after this. Maybe you got some last pocket action in that tight table corner. Table Magic, Salato, Sigma Wear, of course, Simonis Cloth, Tommy's Tattoo Supply, Sweden Fiber Court Master Chalk, Viking Cues, Yale Billiards, 11 Hall Avenue, Look Fresh, Andy Gow, Connecticut APA, Aramith Balls, Ben Strong, Harriman Real Estate, the Shark Stream, and we are getting ready to go live in action.
Thanks, Joe. I definitely like the work you've done in the booth.
I think Will likes the booth. Good work tonight, Will.
Thank you very much. You've done a great job in here.
Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. That was my fault.
So this is a tough rack to run out, guys. This one's going to be a little bit longer rack. It's just not an easy run out here. You'd have to do a lot of special stuff.
We still got somebody here who wants to talk to me about some business here. Surprise, surprise, huh? What's up, man?
Okay, so Bobby stepped out for a few minutes here. Got a little kick shot here, one rail kick, maybe stick him in behind the 8. Leaked out, but he's good. This rack's going to be a little bit longer. Okay, that changes the racks a little bit here. It's a little bit more open. To me, just maybe put a little inside English on this pocket the one, and try to get position in that window between the 6 and the 9 for the 2 ball. Another possible shot here is the safety. If you go off, cut the one steep and go in behind the 4-6 there. Another option. And that's what he chooses. Leaks out and just enough. He's gonna leave that shot I've been talking about all night. Yep. So didn't really have a plan there on that shot. I don't really know what it was. So now he leaves it so there's possibilities to do some work on this table and clear off some of these balls. Bill's had a good opportunity to control the rack. Play this combo. Boom, it's in. He looks like he has a shot, but there's no future. I would tuck this 1 ball in behind the 4 ball and send the cue ball up table. He's got no future pocketing this ball. And there you go. Just as good as safe on yourself. Um, didn't have any good reason to pocket that ball. See what he comes up with here. Gotta have some sort of safe, but it's not going to be easy. And a swing and a miss. So I'm going to say Dave at this point in the rack, he's down a couple of the other players on the hill. He might want to try to take a stab at this combo. He's not running out of racks. So I'm going to guess that's what he's going to do. He's going to play the combo because he's not really running out. I don't like the billiard. I think that's definitely a mistake. I would definitely line this up behind the 2 and play a little cut. I don't like what he's doing here. Yep. That seemed like a half-hearted effort. Maybe he's almost conceded the match in his head, but that didn't work out well. I think you can see that 2 ball by the 9 here. Again, the table's wide open. My concern is they haven't been running 7 balls, so we'll see. We'll see how he does here. Nice shot there. What's he get for return? I think he's okay. Just make the ball, and I think you're good. I think that goes by the 9. We'll see. It's close. He's lining up like it goes by the 9. He should have natural position on the next ball. Maybe it didn't go by. Yeah, and it looks like he just kind of stabbed at it. Same commentary here. Just cinch this ball in. You're gonna have a cut on the next ball, but you should be able to make it. Let's get this ball in. This could be the match right here. Dave's got to, basically get his composure here and say, you know what? If you're going to give it to me, I'm going to go take it. I'm going to go take this match right now. Not coming up to the table, so I'm wondering if he's on a little bit of a player's break here. Match has taken quite a bit of time. It wouldn't surprise me if he's taking a quick break. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I kind of messed up the screen here. Started playing with the buttons.
You've always been able to find anything you need with a smartphone. Now you can use it to find a game of pool with the Solato app. Anywhere, anytime. You can even host a game, tournament, or...
Okay, we're back. I figured it out. Thankfully, Joe didn't make it too hard on me. Sorry for that, guys. Nice shot by Bill. Let's see what he gets. So he's got another tester here. Makes one more tester here, and I think he could be seeing the end of this match. See how much he wants it. Drove it right into the first diamond. Didn't leave a good shot for Dave here. So Dave's, definitely fighting it. I mean, there's a bank available. The cut shot into the side is really probably a shot I'd be playing here. Soft, so I still have something on the 7. Otherwise I'd have to hit this pretty hard in order to get position on the 7. It could drop in behind the 8 or leave me something ugly. But side pocket's really where I think he should be going here. Come to here. So he's hitting it hard. He's choosing the hard route, and he missed. And I got to find the clear button. I shouldn't be playing with these buttons. This is what I get myself in trouble. So you got my mess on the screen now. Found it. Whew. They have this stuff in the booth so easy, but I still miss things. Now, it's not the escape. His It's not an escape button, Kevin. It's actually a clear button. But there's probably 35 buttons in front of me. It's finding the clear button on two different panels. And there's a good shot right there. I found it, Joe. Took me a while. Don't have my glasses on. So he's straight on this 8 ball. So this is tough. You got to hit this with a lot of I would say top and maybe inside on this to get it back around the table. Yeah, it was a hard shot. He got it. Good shot. I'm trying, Joe. Trying the best I can. I haven't been in this booth for about 6 months, so the tester for Dave. I mean, he make it 8-7. It's going to be a big change this match. He's got to bear down here, just bear down and make the shot. Every other shot on the table, you're shooting for position. Shoot for position on the 9 ball too, um, and that'll help you out. This isn't a gimme to win the match. Doesn't really have to worry about scratching or anything like that. Just again, pocket the ball. I think this is very makeable for Bill. I think this could be the end of the match right here. Putting draw on it, I don't like. I would just probably me a top spin. And well, it looks like we're going another rack, gentlemen. It might have worked great, Joe, but it would have been easier if I had my glasses on so I can actually see what all these buttons say. I almost had to turn my camera on my phone so I could widen the screen a little bit. All right. I was afraid to press any buttons for the sponsors, but we've been doing this for about 4 hours now. I think you guys have seen all the sponsors at this point. CTRL delete works also. As long as I don't put alt delete as well. CTRL alt delete. It's a ball. Has a shot on the 1. Boy, would I love to see a clean rack here to make it go hill. Oh, and I got to change the score. Oh, I haven't done that all night. It's going to be the red player plus. Got it. You're leaving me with all these buttons on my own, Bobby. I'm learning on the fly here.
You know the buttons. What are you talking about?
Well, I kind of did some squiggly lines here and had to find the clear button again. Forgot.
Oh, yeah, the clear button. Yeah, it's not the escape anymore.
No.
It's the clear button. That's all right.
That's all right. I got there.
I was actually out there watching. Bill had a chance to close it out. He hit a long 8-9 ball.
Yeah, so I kind of gave the advice that Mike DeMarco gave me. I struggled at one of the events up there. I missed 4 9 balls. And the advice that Mike DeMarco gave me, and I think it's good advice for everybody, is position the cue ball. When you're shooting all of the balls on the table, the first 8 balls, you're putting the cue ball in a position. And then for some reason, you try to do something different on the 9 ball and just pocket the 9 ball and don't care about where the cue ball's going.
Right.
Right. So if you think about where the cue ball is going on the 9 ball and play for position on the next ball, put a shadow ball on the table, put that dollar bill on the table, and
Yeah, right. Yeah.
play position, then you're doing what you'd be doing for every other ball on the table. So
Yep.
felt that was good advice, and hopefully that helps somebody else out there too.
Nice. Nice. I see that our stream just hit 100 messages today. Very nice. That's our stream. That was both matches, obviously, but that's awesome. Good stuff, man. Keep it up, guys. Keep continuing to like and share.
So this is interesting. This is Dave at the table again. Bobby, I haven't seen a good run on a table. What do you think? A good run for Hill?
I mean, he's got pretty solid position if he just makes this 3 ball or 4 ball. Don't hit the 9 or the 7, and nope. He's gonna leave lucky here. Gonna get real lucky.
He's mad at himself, but I mean, he really can't be, because like you said, he's still going to get another shot in this rack. And
Again, yeah, this is good pool, but it's just not great pool. They're not running out every rack, but they made some really good shots.
I think, if they go back and they look at this, I think it's what you and I have been talking about. Think about your position play, because you're putting yourself in a position to make hard shots. And that's why you're not getting out of the racks. When you watch Phil Davis play or Lucas, that's a nice try. They never seem to take a hard shot. They're always right in position on the next shot. It's never difficult for them. I'm like, oh wow, it's easy for them. It was an easy rack. It wasn't an easy rack. They played the rack well.
It's funny you say that. I'll give you a quick story. I'm sure I told this on the stream before, but I was playing a guy. This is probably 25 years ago at Old Yale, when we were hanging out. And we were playing 8 ball, like $10 a rack, something. He thought he was a good player. Well, I mean, I was a good player back then still, just, and after I beat him, for a couple $100, he came up to me and he goes, "I can't play you anymore." I said, "Oh, why is that?" He goes, "Because you're too lucky." I said, "Oh, how's that?" He says, "Every time you make a ball, you have a shot." He says, "It's just too lucky." And then, obviously he didn't know how to play position, which I knew. I mean, I knew how I could beat him. I wasn't, but it's just it's funny. That's the mentality, He thought I was getting lucky by having a shot all the time.
Yeah.
You can't beat me because I'm too lucky. So
I'll give you a quick story. Back in the old Sabre bowling alley, I had a guy, he felt I was a good player and he felt that he could beat me up. I'm barely 21 years old at this point, right? But I could still play okay at the time for back then. It was a different game back then on bar boxes, and this guy wanted to play me for money. And I looked at the pitcher of beer that he had next to him, and he was halfway through that.
Look at that shot.
Trick shot.
I think we got to restream that one.
Yeah, replay. But again, when I beat him, he thought I was lucky, and he was trying to shark me by coughing and stuff like that on the last ball and stuff like that. Typical bar.
Yeah, absolutely.
For $20. But yeah, he called me pretty lucky afterwards.
Yep.
Kind of gave me a hard time because I was a young kid.
Yep.
So I think Bill's out here. I don't know about you, but this is just make the ball. He's going to have position. He should be out.
Got to be careful of that 9 there. Try to avoid it if you can, but not be on the rail.
Just a little draw.
He runs into it. That's a good shot. Does he follow this one rail? Or is he going to draw it? That's the $1 million question here.
I follow it. That's me personally. That's kind of what I like to do. I definitely want to get off the rail. Good shot.
Too hard.
No. Perfect. He's spin straight. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't concede here. He's not.
All right, nice job, guys. Will, thank you very much for joining us for the second time.
Me.
Of course, and thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys soon. We want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors here on the Shark Stream. You have Connecticut APA, Sigma Wear, Agency One Group, Jacoby Custom Cues, Women in Pool, Mabel's Tables at Michael's Deli, NM Billiard Sales and Service, 11 Hall Avenue, Wallingford, Connecticut, KM Maintenance, JT's Pool Cue Repair, Salado App, Mark Anthony Home Improvements, Tommy's Tattoo Supply, Jimmy's Auto Service,
Joe Master Billiards, Aramith Balls, Organic Tattoo, Vaculease, Tweeden Fiber Corp, Harriman Real Estate, Pool Table Magic, Ben Strong, K. Morgan, Man Cave Memories, and of course, Viking Cues, Simonis Cloth, and Andy Gow. This is Bobby saying, boom, without you, there is no us.